what's up? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for joining on this very, very hot evening again. It's good to see you all. I'm glad you all could make it. Tonight's going to be an exciting one. We got Rachie and her Globiolis. Well, we got Michael Khan, Dislord, and PJ Cruikshank in Ellement. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
All good. All good.
Ready to kick it.
Yeah. Because I was sitting like, what we're going to do tonight, what we're in the mood to talk to. And then I saw this video from Rachie trying to educate one of my subscribers, by the way. Dude, shout out to you. Trying to educate him on Coriolis, where he's the one educating her.
Right.
And she does the exact same thing all the anti-flat earthers do, which is, nah. And then...
It's annoying because she knows this argument about Coriolis.
She doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
She used to. She used to be on the same.
She didn't know it. She's never known it.
All right. Okay.
She's never gotten it. She doesn't know the difference between Coriolis force and Coriolis effect. She sits in exactly the same. She sits in exactly the same boat as all the anti-flat earthers.
So she just thinks you need one reference for him, and that's fine.
She thinks Earth rotation. The Earth rotates with everything, so the plane is rotating with. So Velcroed atmos, in other words, that's what she thinks.
There's lots of problems with it, but to claim Earth's not turning underneath a plane.
Well, don't worry, you're gonna see. Don't worry, you're gonna see everything.
I honestly thought she knew this argument. That obviously.
No.
All I can say is Rachie better get ahead in the game. She's not progressing; she's degressing.
Yeah.
She's definitely going backwards when it comes to the arguments.
I'm going to be honest, and I've said this to Rachie, and she's heard me say it, so it's not like I'm talking behind her back. But Rachie needs to stop hanging around with ballers.
Yeah, but she's fine if she hangs around with ballers, but the anti-flat earthers, listen, the anti-flat earthers she's hanging around with, they influence her so stupid. Yeah, but there's a difference between hanging around with a normal baller and an anti-flat earther. You know what I mean?
I don't see any normal ballers in people who we deal with. I call an anti-flair a baller. I don't see any normal ballers who I ever deal with.
But I mean, I think she's literally gone and thrown her honesty out the window, and she's just decided, you know what? I've decided to go to the globe, so let me defend it with all my might, even though I'm wrong. You know, that kind of thing.
Just with the rhetoric rather than fact. Yeah.
So it's sad.
Well, ages and ages ago, she did a video on Coriolis, and I commented underneath, "You're talking about Globiolis, Rachie." And this was ages ago.
And that she still does it. That's the problem.
That's all you're gonna get by knocking around with ball believers.
But don't worry, we're gonna try and explain to her tonight everything. Go through it step by step. Really looking forward to. 36 votes, guys. Why do globe defenders not understand Coriolis effect? 17% say because they don't want to. I think that's the one. 5% says they do, but they play dumb. I think that is to a very small.
Can I elaborate?
Yeah.
They believe that Earth's rotating, so they have to believe in Coriolis.
Yeah, but this is do they understand it? See, there's a difference between believing and understanding it.
But that's all they've got is a belief. They have no understanding. We've established this.
Exactly.
And the next is 59%. They are too indoctrinated. And 19% they're just not smart enough to think. Well, I've got 2 super chats already. Let's quickly get to that before I say hello. Matthew, thank you very much for your £10 super chat. Really, really appreciate you, man. You rock. He says, I prefer to call myself a flat earth understanding individual. It sounds more classy and intellectual. Even after YouTube takes their cut, you should still be able to have a pint on me, man. Thank you very, very much, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm actually very thirsty, to be honest. Didn't have time to get water, so we only get water tomorrow.
In some pubs, a pint is pretty much a tenner nowadays anyway.
But really appreciate the super chat, Matthew. Thank you. You rock, man. Yeah, I think that does make you sound intellectual. We're a flat earth understanding individual. FEUI. You're a FEUI. Hey, Godzilla37, thank you for your $7 super chat. Really, really appreciate it, mate. You rock. He says, Rachie's not a FEO nor a globe earther. She's an attention earther. That might be a good point. Thank you very much, Godzilla. Really, really appreciate the super chat. You rock. Yeah, I think we've all realized that she does tend to go to attention. So there's nothing new about that, but thank you very much to Stuart. And Michael Khan for £5 super chat. Globiolis with a laughing globe. Exactly. How hard is it for these people to not understand the difference between Coriolis and Globiolis?
Wow.
And then I'm just going to shout out everybody in chat who just came. Thank you for coming. Don Logan, Lucci, Lev, Kung Fu, thank you for coming, man. Anson, hello, hello. Glaucoma, what's up? Richard, thank you for coming. Expedition Truth, Professor Hofster, LJ, GB45, Victoria, glad to have you in the house. W65, hello, hello. Michael Khan, obviously. Matthew Hall, glad to have you in, mate. Thank you again for coming. Moxie, glad to have you in. Mr. Schooler, haven't seen you in a while. It's good to have you in. Does Mr. Scholar still do his videos though? I haven't seen him in a long time.
Oh, but Mr. Schooler, I want to do a live stream with you.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah, Mr. Schooler, that would be a great stream actually to hit up Khan, please. That would be awesome. Dustin Bones, good to see you. Duke Nukem, what's up, man? Obviously, Godzilla37, good to see you. Tooth of a Comfort, hello, hello. INFE, Brian Stavely, what's up, man? Good to have you in. Always happy to see you. Brian, we do need to get, I don't know what we're going to do. It's like different, because we're trying to get this Mandela effect stream going with Brian,
the issue
Dave.
is, right, I've got Brian and Dave and you and lots of different times to sort out and different people.
Yeah, but to me it's fun. I can just fit in with their times. So it's up to them to say a time and I'll just try to fit in. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really want that stream. It's been a stream I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Too long, like, but
yeah,
they're both up for it.
Definitely. Hey, Globie, what's up? And Glenn Selsh. And yeah, it's good to see you guys.
How much you going to pay me, Globie?
LJ, what's up? He says, thank you for $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, water dehydrates you. Drink fruit juice and wine. Thank you very, very much. I wouldn't mind a nice fruit juice now, to be honest. And wine, that just makes me more thirsty. Yeah, Mike Corn, hit me up today about it. I'm good to go. We're just going to line it up. Yeah, definitely. We're awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool, man. Yeah, Brian's been putting up some brilliant
very awesome stuff. He's been on a roll. He's been on a roll lately.
Yeah, definitely. I'm in his chat now and again. I don't know if he notices me, but
Brian streams that much, I can't keep up with it.
Exactly. He doesn't notice anybody.
Yeah, it's like I wonder, does Brian even sleep?
His streams are like, he just gets into like 5 hours long, and that's nothing for him. It's like, yeah, it's a short stream, 5 hours long, you know.
But the information he brings to me is also really good.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It is good,
Okay. Are you guys ready to watch Miss Rachie's video?
Aye.
Guys, if you haven't already, please hit the like button, share the show. Really, really do appreciate you all, because the more people here, the better it is. It really does help the channel, guys. Please let Rachie know. I already told her we're doing the stream, so she's probably going to watch this. Yeah. Let's see if she understands what's going on.
Sure.
LBB store to Professor Phil. You are...
Okay. I'm going to let her read this out quickly.
Wait. One fault, right? There's no Professor Phil.
Yeah.
Unless Phil can come and provide his credentials, all we've got is somebody claiming.
Well, I mean, someone claims to work on Indian satellites, and then we actually get the information on him. No, he doesn't do Indian satellites. He works for a secondary school, but that's about all we can say. We don't want to dox the guy or anything.
No, I don't want to dox
But he's definitely not a professor as he claims to be a professor.
Until he proves to be a professor, why are we calling him one?
Yeah, but...
I think we should just call him Mr.
I mean, think about it. This is the same guy that says solar panels give energy for the moon. I mean, the same guy that thinks a pumice stone sinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jeff Gas said, "What's up, man? Good to see you." Okay, so I'm gonna let her read this out quickly. By the way, shout out to LBB Store. He's one of my subscribers. Really awesome. And Tim Lawrence, hola, good to see you. Thank you for coming. And we're gonna pause it here. Then you're gonna read through this and tell me, guys, what was wrong what he said here.
Are now in contradiction with Apollo EDU. They are on your own side. They state Earth rotates underneath objects not rigidly attached to Earth, and show Earth rotating underneath an aeroplane as we see an apparent deflection. How can the Earth rotate underneath an aeroplane for an apparent deflection if Earth and the airplane both move as one? That's game, Professor.
Can anybody tell me what's wrong there?
Professor.
Besides Professor. Globie Rockman, thank you for coming.
They state the Earth rotates underneath objects.
Not rigidly attached to the Earth, and show a Earth rotating underneath an airplane as we would see an apparent deflection. Yeah. So how can Earth rotate under the airplane for an apparent deflection if Earth and the airplane both move as one?
Exactly.
Then you haven't got Coriolis.
So I see absolutely nothing wrong with this comment. It's to the T correct. You require 2 reference frames for Coriolis to be observed. Hey, Dr. Ale, good to see you. So, great comment there. I see nothing wrong. Let's see what her response is to this.
So he claims that Apollo EDU states that the Earth rotates underneath objects. Let's take a look. The Coriolis force arises due to the fact that the Earth is rotating. Properties of the Coriolis force. Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth.
Yeah, acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth. That's what he said, correct?
Yeah.
So he's already correct.
Yeah.
Because it's correct, like, you know, if Earth's rotating, which you need to have Coriolis in the first place.
And he was talking
then anything that leaves Earth is not attached to it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look what they're showing when he said they're showing the planes deviating, large deviation, small deviation. So because the Earth is rotating underneath it because it's not rigidly attached to the Earth, this actually debunks all the claims for the Earth, the Globiolis claims. You know that, guys?
Yeah.
Because if it were Velcroed, there would be no deviation.
But remember, but look what I'm saying. Like you say, they say the atmosphere, everything is Velcro to the Earth, so it's moving with. But they specifically claiming here the planes are not rigidly attached to the Earth.
Let me put it another way. If you've got Velcroed atmosphere, then you lose a reference frame.
Yeah.
And you require 2 reference frames for Coriolis effect.
Yeah.
Okay, so he is correct there. She said, let's see, okay, so there we go, rigidly attached to the Earth. The planes are showing deviation due to the Earth rotating underneath. Okay, so this is from the source that he cited. Well done, okay.
Always acts to deflect an object to the right, left of its direction of motion in the southern hemisphere. Magnitude is 0 at the equator and maximum at the poles. Magnitude depends on the rotation rate of the Earth. The magnitude would increase if the Earth's rotation rate increased. If the Earth were not rotating, the Coriolis force would be 0. So nowhere in this Apollo EDU does it state that the Earth rotates underneath objects.
What? Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth.
It
literally says it there.
Exactly what it says. It's exactly what it says.
It's exactly what it says.
Wow.
Exactly what it says. Not doesn't say it. It's exactly what it says.
I don't understand like how they think that you can have a deflection where
without anything
whatever's been deflected leaving the reference frame.
But
it don't add up, like.
No, but what's bothering me is she says that's not what it says when it specifically says it. He even used the words "not rigidly attached to the earth." Those were his words.
And back to what I said earlier, when you start hanging around with a globers, you start talking like a glober.
I was about to say, it's made him lose a few IQ points. By
Okay, let's go back to his comment. 1 minute 23. Okay, let's go back to his comment. The state Earth rotates underneath objects not rigidly attached to the Earth, and shows the Earth rotating under the aeroplane as we would see apparent. Okay, 23 again. There we go. Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth, just like he said, and there it shows the planes having deviation due to the Earth rotation underneath it. This whole thing explains it. Can Rachie read? Or is she just doing the same every anti-flat earther does? Nah. This reminds me exactly the same as when I was talking to FTFE on what a globe's not a map. While I got it on screen showing it says a globe's not a map, he wants to tell me a globe is a map.
That trailer clip you did yesterday. Man, I was laughing. That's an insane laugh. You know, it's just what's the word? You know, cartoonish laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd rather Rachie be here and
defend herself.
Like, but what it looks like is exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What his comment is exactly 100% validated by this, and she's just saying nah.
But I like Rachie, and I don't like how people attack her. But you know,
it can be frustrating because we know what she used to think. You sort of believe what she ever.
I'm going to hold her to a higher standard because she was on this side. You understand?
Yeah.
So she already knows the arguments here. So I'm going to hold her to a higher standard. Hey, Rachie, thanks for coming.
She's here now. Like,
why does it state the Earth rotates underneath objects? Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth.
Yeah. You failed there, Rachie, unless you don't know what that rigid.
You know what rigidity means?
means.
Yeah. It means it's not velcroed to the Earth. It literally says it in the first sentence. Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth. And his comment specifically said those words.
Rachie, while you're there in chat, I'm going to say it again, but you need to stop listening to ballers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the comment again just to show Rachie. They state the Earth rotates underneath objects not rigidly attached to the Earth, just like that first section, and show the Earth rotating underneath an airplane as we see the apparent reflection. So let's go back to where we were, 123. There we go, there's the plane's large deviation, small deviation, Earth rotating underneath, just like it says here about the magnitude. Hey Ryan, what's up man? And Geometria Wombat, good to see you guys. So, and JK's in. So yeah, it definitely is. So, doesn't say the word Earth rotates underneath then. See what I'm saying?
Well, let me try and explain it, right? If you've got a rotating Earth and you've got something not rigidly attached to it, then that Earth must be rotating underneath that thing that's not rigidly attached.
Yeah, but
I don't know how easily like you can explain it.
By logic, it would tell you that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do some screenshots so we can try and show this word for Rachie that he's. I don't know how. It's literally on screen. She says, "Nah, that's not what it says. Exactly what it says." Okay, this is his comment. 123. In case we want to play it again, there we go.
Jeff Conco, I rock only sometimes. Jeff, you rock all the time, man.
Yeah, Jeff is awesome. Okay. Let's crop it a bit. Okay. So, they state Earth rotates underneath objects not rigidly attached to the Earth. There we go. Acts on objects not rigidly attached to the Earth. Okay? always acts to deflect on an object to the right, left of its direction of motion in the northern southern hemisphere. Magnitude, do you know what magnitude is? Magnitude depends on the rotation rate of the Earth. So, there it is. It literally shows it.
What you doing for, PJ?
Because he's an idiot. I'm
Come with him.
Hey, what? What's to see you? Good to see you, man.
Me fun away.
And anyway, and then it says, he says, and the Earth rotating underneath the airplane as we see an apparent deflection. There we go. Large deviation, small deviation. Planes flying over the Earth. His whole comment is 100% shown true with this site. So it doesn't help just saying nah. It literally is correct. So I wonder if you're going to look at the bottom picture of the Earth rotating underneath. What? Rotating underneath. South to north now. Rachie, the planes moving has got nothing to do with what the argument is. The argument here and that picture is showing it has a deviation due to the magnitude of the Earth rotating under the plane that's not rigidly attached to the Earth.
Yep. You're falling for Globiolis again, right?
Yeah. The plane is not attached to the Earth. Rachie?
Neither is the air.
Let's take this is the Earth moving. This is the plane. It's flying. It's not attached. It's not on the Earth moving with it. It's separate. The Earth is moving underneath the plane. And that's why you see the apparent deviation. I actually want to show Rachie a video clip that you guys saw that little video I sent of that guy jumping on a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
He jumped on a merry-go-round?
Well, D, you're not
This
getting
amusement
it.
park
There is
employee
no
wanted-
Coriolis because there is no Earth rotation.
Okay. Pay attention quickly. Okay? And see what you're seeing here, guys. I'm going to mute it though. He's going to jump now. He's going to try and do a backflip. Now remember, they're all rotating together on this merry-go-round. Look what happens when he jumps. He's going to jump. See, he's on that red square. Now remember, they're rotating. Look where he's landing. He landed about where this X was. Why? Because he wasn't rigidly attached to the merry-go-round.
Exactly.
I need to talk slower. Sorry, Godzilla.
I don't even know.
Oh, we need to build one of these so we can test this out.
I really don't know what's hard to understand about this, mate.
It's not hard, is it? It's really not hard.
It's like if Earth were rotating, it would affect planes, and it's that simple.
Exactly.
It don't.
It would affect everything.
Okay, we're gonna do this again. You're gonna see he's gonna jump in the air. Now watch
Bob Gyro, don't say otherwise, Grigori.
Now watch what's going to
That's
happen.
just drama.
Remember, he's just jumping up straight now, guys.
Yeah, just jumping.
Whoop. Why is that happening? Because of the rotation of the platform. You saw an apparent deviation. He had a coordinate change, as they would put it, because of the deviation of the Earth underneath. That's the simplest way we can put it. So yeah, Rachie, definitely just saying nah is not helping your cause here. Everything he said with his comments is definitely in line 100% with the site as he stated, Apollo EDU. Okay.
I'm not being funny, right? But if Coriolis were real, then armed forces weapons would be of no value.
Useless. Absolutely useless.
Hi, Titan Long. Well, let's put it this way. Show me a sniper rifle in history. A sniper in history that first had to calculate for Coriolis before he started shooting at anybody. Nobody does. Because it doesn't exist. There's no such thing as Coriolis effect of Earth. The problem is, the people are so gullible, they think, ooh, hurricanes, you know? Hurricanes, so therefore, no. Hurricanes...
But even us, the rate the Earth's meant to be moving, if we just jumped up slightly, we'd end up in a completely different position after just jumping a foot in the air. You know what I mean?
Rachie, look at the bottom here. It says aircraft's actual path small deviation, large deviation. Do you get it? It's showing, it's literally depicting the Earth rotating underneath the aeroplane. Hey, Weatherhelm, good to see you. And Grigori, good to see you, man. But yeah, it's so simple. It's literally just nah.
That is a blatant lie.
No, it's
The
not.
boy's a liar. The boy's a liar.
No, he's not.
Is a bloody fibber.
But you understand what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at Rachie doing Globiolis. No, conservation of momentum, so you land in the same place.
No.
I just showed you a video.
Hold on a minute. So, conservation of momentum, the plane takes off and it's flying backwards, Rachie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you've just claimed.
Remember, I debated an actual astronaut, that Robert Greenlee dude? And he had to concede to me, then, yeah, planes fly backwards. Remember? Yeah.
And conservation of momentum doesn't last forever.
And when you, but as soon as you say conservation of momentum, you're taking away Coriolis effect.
Exactly.
Okay, Rachie, tell me if he's going to land on the exact same place. Watch this again. Okay? Good luck. Remember, he's taking off there, that red block next to the circle. Whoop. And he lands here by this X. Did he land on the same place, Rachie? Answer is no. Your comment, your argument is just debunked. Why a small deviation and a large deviation? Simple, because of tangential velocity. Do these people know the difference between angular conservation of angular momentum or angular linear momentum? I'm starting to wonder. But Rachie, instead of just conceding you were wrong here, what the guy's comment said was true, you're doubling down and saying, nah, still. This is exactly what the anti-flat earthers do. And this is the issue we have. Instead of saying, yeah, okay, I was wrong, he was right.
This is my point. She spends more time listening to them than flat earthers.
Yeah, but you understand. But the thing is now, we showed live that what she's just showed was wrong. He was correct. And instead of saying, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, he was correct, now she wants to try and say, oh, conservation of momentum.
Yeah, but
conservation of momentum that's got nothing to do with the Coriolis effect whatsoever.
Nothing.
No.
No, Earth's not rotating 15 degrees an hour,
I think it's
Rachie. Earth does not move. It's stationary.
I did ban him, but Michael didn't want him banned, so I unbanned him.
The big problem when everybody says, thanks, Bob, is Bob proved that if Earth were rotating, it'd be rotating underneath aeroplanes, and nobody witnesses that. So, cheers, Bob.
Yeah, they don't get that, because if they're claiming, okay, he proved Earth rotation, planes will not give the paths we see. You'll have planes flying backwards. You'll have planes flying in different. They'll literally just need to go up and wait for the Earth to move underneath them. They won't need to use fuel.
I'm going to go one further, right? Flight wouldn't work if Earth were rotating.
Exactly. That's why flight dynamics, when I try to talk to Grayson, flight dynamics uses Earth as a stationary flat. Exactly, because it wouldn't work. You wouldn't get to your destination. Yeah, so I would really appreciate it if Rachie would say sorry and say she's sorry for calling him a liar, because he literally is not a liar. Everything he said on screen is in the citation that was cited. So let's go.
So he focuses on the top animation.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I know Rachel's listening, so I hope you're listening to me, Rachel, but you need to decide whether you're a baller or a flat earther. If you're a flat earther, you need to stop hanging around with ballers and listening to bullshit they say. Otherwise, you're going to be in this perpetual loop where a year ago you didn't know what Coriolis was.
No. Look, now she's lying about me as well.
No, but listen.
But look what she's lying. But look what she's lying now. The Coriolis claim. No, but look what she's lying about me.
Yeah, but you're not letting me finish.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Right. Last year I was in your chat, Rachie, saying you're talking about Globiolis. Nathan had you on and spoke to you. Anthony was trying to speak to you about it. and a year on, you're still punting globe bullshit.
Okay.
Either you don't know, or you're just not willing to tell us that you're a glober.
No, she's already said she's a globe again. She did that on STST show and FTFE, remember?
She's not a truth seeker, Grigori. She's not.
So anyway, I want her to fix this, because that's a lie. She says the Coriolis claim Flatzoid, where flat earthers claim there would be 1,000 miles per hour drift at the equator. You just conceded conservation of momentum, tangential velocity, debunking that claim. I did not say that.
Don't claim Coriolis.
Sorry. Where did I concede that, guys? I literally said, these were my words. If you state conservation of momentum, it has nothing to do with the Coriolis effect. I stated tangential velocity to answer your question why you would have different amounts of deviation. Okay? That's not claiming Earth rotating. That's simple Coriolis observation. So yeah, I take that back, and don't say lies like that. I didn't say that. Misrepresentation. That's an anti-flat earther thing, by the way.
Yes, look, when of course we know she's listening.
Yannick, good to see you. But you understand what I'm saying? So far, what have we been seeing from her? Taking a guy's comment, putting a citation about his comment, calling him a liar after it says exactly what he said, then misrepresenting what I said, and now, what? Really?
Right, can I address Rachie being a mod?
Is this the same Rachie?
Rachie is a mod because Flatzoid allows her to be a mod. It's no one else's business.
She's allowed to. She's allowed to wait. Business, she's allowed to be a mod. She's allowed to be a mod. She hasn't stepped over the line not to be a mod.
Yeah,
I got no issue with that.
She was a mod before she changed her mind and went back to the globe. So why would you just take it away just because of that? You know what I mean? That would be petty.
Wouldn't it be?
For a reason.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I like Rachie, but
I got no issue with her.
She's clean wrong.
Yeah, I know, but
I like her.
But like I said, I got no issue with her. But lately, this anti-flat Earth behavior is really troubling. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I say. She's not progressing. She's digressing. She's going backwards.
Yeah.
But you're gonna if you spend more time like, you know, hanging round with these people, because she clearly does. You know, she clearly goes to Ball Earth chats and hangs around with them and listening to her. Like, you think Professor Bill's Professor Phil's a professor? Brit, prove it.
Okay.
He can't prove it.
I'm gonna.
I didn't know he's a professor, or not just some old idiot claiming to be a professor. And you're defending him, Rachie, as though he's a professor. Have you seen proof? I haven't.
Okay. Let's.
You don't have to give it, so I doubt anybody's seen any proof.
Okay, let's just say this is the middle, whatever. Okay. Rachie, she wants to explain why there's different tangential speeds. Let's take a roundabout, for instance. I don't know why I have to explain this. I mean, Rachie's smart enough to understand this. The rotational tangential velocity is more the further, because it has further to travel the same distance in the same amount of time. So this plane would be here, while this object above there would be traveling a smaller distance than this one around here. Because why? It's further away from the center of rotation. This one would have to travel the fastest to keep the same travel. You get it? So that's why you would have travel faster the further away based on tangential velocity.
It's not taking her down, Lakota Wind. It's taking the information. It's taking our information down. It's negating our information. That's all. We're not taking her down.
Yeah, you see, there's a
right.
You see, I have an issue with
the simplest thing we're trying to get right. We're trying to show Rachie where she's wrong.
But I mean, think about it.
And we hope that she'd be like a flat earther rather than a baller, like. But it seems she's taking baller arguments and using them.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be
being debunked.
But like I said, I'm going to be hard on her because she was flat Earth. So she was in these arguments. You understand? So I'm going to be harder on her because she's supposed to know these things by now. It's been how many years?
Never right about the Coriolis though. Even when she was a flat earther, she weren't right about it.
Yeah, but remember, she used to fight against gravity. Then all of a sudden, she fought for gravity. Then she was against, stationary Earth. Then she was for a moving Earth. Now all of a sudden, she's fighting for Globiolis without understanding the difference between Coriolis effect and Coriolis force. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Coriolis effect and Coriolis force are two different things.
Yeah, it might be, but it still requires a rotating Earth, and there
isn't. The reason there isn't is because there's no observation of Coriolis effect. So therefore, no Coriolis force.
There is no drift, Rachie.
No.
Let's be clear. There's no drift. You don't see it. You would see it in airplanes, and you don't. So there's no drift.
Rachie?
You're defending bullshit.
You would see it when you put a ball up in the air. You would see it when you're playing football. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Rachie?
But a game of football wouldn't work, would it? A game of football wouldn't work when you're trying to hit the corner, get the ball in the corner. It would just beat off.
I'll see you tomorrow, guys. I'll have to leave.
Shotman, thanks for coming, this Lord.
Enjoy the show, everybody.
Why are you leaving?
I gotta go to my friend's house.
Again.
What,
he's gonna eat some more tofu.
Yeah.
Just joking. Cheers, man.
It's hard to be popular, but
Tofu.
see you tomorrow.
Cheers, man. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers.
I'm glad you've got friends, this. I really am.
Bro Sanchez must be.
I don't mean that derogatory. I just mean I'm glad you've got people that you can go and spend time with. Like.
Obviously, and that's good.
Stuff. Hey.
Okay, so Rachie says, I want you to explain how the different tangential. The different tangential velocities causes different amounts of drift. There's no different amounts of drift, Rachie. Imagine these balls on a merry-go-round. We super glued them to the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round is moving, okay? 15 degrees an hour in your case, as you wanted to. This thing is moving 15 degrees an hour. This one is also moving 15 degrees an hour, this one as well. The only difference is this one is traveling faster around than this one and this one. Why? Because they're taking more distance to travel in the same amount of time. So,
I can put this into a demonstration. Right, we used to have a playground across the road from my mum's, and there were a roundabout, and it was just like there were a centre point, and then there were like bars coming off it, and it were like in segments, like scaffolding bars. So there were like different segments you could get in. So you could get in closest segment at centre it and push it, and everybody who was sat on outer segments would be holding on for dear life, nearly getting thrown off.
Yeah, well, that's it. Well, we used to push. I used to go into the middle of the roundabout and push. And for me, it was just little footsteps. For everybody on the outside, they're hanging on with their hands. Like Superman. We used to go. And me, it was just little footsteps in the middle, pushing around. And them on the outside, they're hanging on.
Okay. You see what I'm saying? Rachie doesn't understand the difference between Coriolis force and Coriolis effect. Rachie, remember I just said they were super glued onto the rotating reference frame. Rachie, they weren't rigidly non-rigid. They weren't off of the mount. Let's now, for instance, say they're not stuck. Yeah, what you saying?
Yeah, but you could argue about drift all you want. Show it.
Yeah, we still got to get there.
Show on Earth any drift rate.
Show me.
So what happens? But let's just say now these balls are now not attached to the reference frame. Now you are sitting on this rotating reference frame. Remember, those balls are not moving at all. They're staying in exactly the same spot. You are moving. Remember now, let's say you are sitting here. You have a further distance from there, further distance. You understand, different distances. You are traveling around. So you are the one moving at now that 15 degrees an hour. So this one seems to drift at a different rate than that one at a different rate. They all rotate at 15 degrees an hour, but they have different tangential velocities. So the one has a bigger deviation than the other based on your location as you move underneath. The balls are not moving anymore. They're staying exactly where they are. Is that the simplest form I can put it to her? I think that's what she asked. Hey, Pitch Lumen, good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. Also, shout out to Pitch, guys. Do subscribe to Pitch Lumen's channel. Also, some awesome content. Okay, you guys want to carry on with the video? See what moves? Because I mean, it's 6 minutes long, so.
Do you know what I don't like about it is like there's about 1,000 that are attacking Rachie.
Yeah, guys, you don't need to attack her though. I'm just saying she doesn't get it. But the thing that's bothering me, she's got a very anti-flat Earth response. Instead of conceding,
I'm willing to let that go until Rachie says she's a globalite. But
she said she's a globe. I told you she was on STST. She was on STST and said it.
Well, if that's true, Rachie, in chat, tell me whether you're a baller or a flat earther. Don't give me no.
It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't
no,
matter.
Like, but I can then stop trying to defend her, like, because.
But I mean, like I said,
no ball earther, like, because they don't know the truth.
But I'm
I
not
can't
saying
defend the baller, like, but I want to defend Rachie because I think she's half a flat earther or whatever. But if she really isn't, then I'd like to know.
No, she's full blown. She's not even listening to you, by the way. She's totally ignoring this. But like I said, this is literally anti-flat Earth responses I'm getting. Instead of just, it's like literally, I don't understand what's the cognitive pain going on in her. It's literally
back when Rachie did her last Coriolis videos when she was supposed to be a flat earther. I'm a globe and more evidence.
Told you.
Globe. Well, so you're a glober then, yeah?
But I still don't know what evidence she's talking about. Remember when I invited her to come talk about this globe evidence? What evidence was presented for the globe?
I forgot we're going to jump inside now. Let me think about it.
Wow.
But yeah, let's go on with the video and see what's going on, because she's already started off literally wrong and calling a guy a liar when his words are verbatim what's going on the site, or in the citation. So that's not a good start.
While completely ignoring the bottom one.
No, he completely said about it. So, yeah. It says there, actual across actual path, small deviation, large deviation. Why? Because the Earth is rotating underneath it. It even talks about the magnitude. It talks about not rigidly attached to the Earth. So he was correct.
Oh, LBB store. Why are you ignoring the bottom animation?
He didn't.
If you were correct in your misunderstanding that they say that the Earth rotates underneath objects, which they do not state, by the way, then why are you ignoring the bottom animation, where if you were correct in your misunderstanding, the Earth would have to be rotating from south to north?
Can I comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
How can it not be rotating underneath objects if said objects are leaving Earth?
Exactly. Exactly. I don't know why this is so difficult for a person to understand.
If an aeroplane leaves Earth, Earth's rotating underneath it, and if you want to claim gravity or atmosphere drags plane along with it, then you've got no Coriolis. There's no way out of this argument. Like, it's game over.
That's why I say, as soon as they say conservation of momentum, they throw away Coriolis effect. It's as simple as that. And then even if we put conservation of momentum into it, which would only be with one rotating gravitational strength, would be Coriolis force, not Coriolis effect anymore, it deviates and doesn't keep the same momentum. It doesn't conserve it indefinitely. If anybody can show me conservation conserved indefinitely, please go ahead.
You want that QE numpty clip where it gets that guy to set planes flying backwards?
Well, remember, like I said, when I debated that, Robert Greenlee pilot, the same.
Yeah.
He said exactly the same. Yeah, planes fly backwards.
Nice.
If you have an east to west, what is it, takeoff point, and that plane takes off east to west, and Earth's rotating, then wow.
I wanna go look.
You got some funky stuff going off, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially trying to blooming land. You know, you got to be tripped up and flipped about and everything.